I'm Michelle Huie, founder of Vigor Stylish Compression Legwear. Being a female founder can be really challenging, but it can also be super rewarding. I'm going to go over the 5 things that I've learned throughout the years and what's made me successful. So number 1 is really focus on what you really want to do and how you really want to run your own business. I've gotten so much unsolicited advice throughout the years on what I should be doing, how I should be growing. Oftentimes, the unsolicited advice have come from men. Not sure it's because of this kind of paternalistic nature that a lot of men place on women and why they feel the need to give unsolicited advice. But regardless, I've gotten a ton of unsolicited advice. And at the end of the day, you need to stay true to you. How do you want to run this business? A lot of time, it's not about what you do, but how you do it. And it's really what sets your business apart is how you run your business. So make sure your successes and your failures are your own. Number 2, data, not drama. This is something I say in my company all the time. It's really important to be tracking your customers, where are they coming from, looking at data and setting up the metrics early on in your business. When I first started Vigor, we made sure we set up the processes to be monitoring data all the time. And initially we were going after a segment for our product and we were seeing some success. But what was interesting is when we looked at the data, we noticed that this other segment was even more successful. And so we decided to drop our initial segment that we were going after and double down based on the data that we were seeing. And that was what really propelled Vigor forward. We would not be where we are right now if we didn't take a look at data, measure it, and also act upon it. So data, not drama. Number 3, develop a community. I remember early on when I was talking to one of my mentors, I went to him and just starting my business, super excited. And I was like, man, the highs are really high, but the lows can be really low. And he corrected me and he said, actually, the lows can be really lonely. And throughout the past 8 years of starting my business, I've really taken that to heart. The lows can feel very, very lonely. You feel that all of the pressure is on you and you feel like your business is a reflection of you and who you are. And it's natural. That's just the way it's going to be as a founder. And the key is to develop a really strong community of people to help you get through those low times because they're going to be there. They're going to come. And the important thing is to have that community to help you get you through that so you can continue riding your highs. Number 4 is think about profitability versus growth. A lot of time, profitability can come at the expense of growth. And I definitely saw this early on in my business when we were growing 100%, 200%. Really exciting. We kept seeing our cash and revenues increase. But at the end of the day, when I looked at my net profits, they weren't increasing to the same degree. And one of the reasons for that is I personally wasn't paying enough attention on the finances and accounting of the business. Since then, I look at that all the time. I look at our P&L statement. I look at our balance sheet on a weekly or bi-monthly basis to make sure that we grow in a really healthy way. So definitely make sure you develop the business acumen from an accounting and a financial standpoint. Number 5, don't be afraid to ask for help. I oftentimes see this specifically with women that I work with, and they have this feeling that they need to be able to do it all and have all the answers. And at the end of the day, you don't. There's definitely a community of people there to help you, and don't be afraid to ask them for help. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. In fact, it's a sign of strength, showing that you're willing to do anything and everything to make sure your company and your employees are successful. Thank you so much for listening to the top 5 things that I've learned since being a female founder.